My name is Curtis Hartman. I'm a Senior Vice President with Main Street Capital Corporation. Main Street has been around since the mid-90s, focusing on private equity and debt transactions. We've raised historically about 4 funds.
High Street Capital is a Chicago-based private equity firm. We've been around since 1997. We're investing our 3rd fund. We manage over $130 million.
Typically, it takes just as much resources to do a smaller transaction as it does larger transactions. Frankly, that's something we feel like we bring to the table is institutional capital and a professional, experienced approach that historically has not been readily available to small businesses or lower middle market companies. We've been a pretty active group. We've done, I believe, 9 deals in the last year, approximately 40 over the last 5 years, which for a
bring to these smaller middle market companies that are looking to grow. If they need foreign sourcing, if they need to buy a new plant, if they're looking to acquire a competitor, those are all things that we have a lot of experience in doing. And we can help them also with their human resources planning. We're a resource to help take the company to the next level. It's not easy. It's uncharted waters for a lot of entrepreneurs. They grow their business to a certain point, and then all of a sudden, under the weight of all of that growth, there are things that that they don't know how to do as well as some of the things that they were doing when they first started the company.
We are active buyers of small companies, and over 30 different platform companies. Our firm, for the past year or 2, has been acquiring a small company probably almost once a month. We buy businesses all the time where we know the folks who are selling are going to leave. They are going to retire. They are going to work themselves out. It's very normal.
And getting an intermediary to get involved, to pull together the information, prepare the company for what this process is going to be like, and to make sure that there's momentum in the process to try to get the highest price for the seller is really important and really key. An intermediary can do that much, much better than an attorney or an accountant can. When a business owner goes to sell their company, many times it's the major financial transactions in their lifetime. They usually only develop one company. It takes them 20, 30 years to build a really high quality company. And when they're going to sell it, just like if they were going in for brain surgery, you'd want a brain surgeon to work on you. When you go to sell your company, you need to talk to somebody who's in the market all the time, who knows what's going on with the financing markets, who understands what's happening with pricing, and understands how to put together the materials in a way to get received in the best light. The gentleman said to me, he says, "I know the sun's going to come up in the east and set in the west, but I'm not going to give you a rep and warranty that that'll happen."
In the case of Prospect Partners, but also in the case of a lot of private equity firms, we work through intermediaries. We're big believers in the intermediary process, and most of our efforts, most of our marketing, all of our outbound communication is focused on talking with the intermediary community. We tell them about what we've been acquiring and the sorts of things that we're looking for on a day-to-day basis. I think it's worth any person considering selling their business to understand that the intermediary process, from the perspective of a buyer like us, an active buyer, is absolutely critical. We do not spend our time going and trying to approach companies on a direct basis. Anytime you're selling something as important as your business, having a professional between you and the buying community is of great value to you as a seller,